Hello everyone, this is Travis from TravisGetsCreative, and this is my very first WIP Chat. Right now I am working on Christmas Snowman Gnome for the DP Christmas in July event, or DP Long, or whatever the correct term is. If you know what the correct term is, leave it in the comments below, please, so I can get my terminology correct. I would appreciate it. Yeah, I'm not really sure what to talk about tonight, so I'm going to start by showing you what I'm currently using, and then I thought it would be fun to go through a list of get to know me questions, since there are some new subscribers to my channel, and even those that have been subscribed for a while may not know a lot about me, so I thought that might be kind of fun. So, yeah, I'm just kind of flying by the seat of my pants and trying something new, so here we go. Here is my diamond painting pen. I purchased this from AliExpress, and it took about 3 weeks to get to me, which I thought was actually pretty good. It has some blue in there, and I think it's silver glitter. It doesn't look like blue glitter. But, yeah, I've got a 3-placer on one end with some Sensible by Design putty. It's a Canadian company that I purchased, and I actually really like it. It's scented, and this one is Frankenstein scent. I don't really know how to describe it other than it reminds me of sugar cookies. But, yeah, I enjoy it, and I'm still getting the hang of using my multi-placer. The one I'm going to be working on today is a round, and I'm usually better at rounds than I am squares when it comes to multi-placing them. So that is fortunate, I suppose. And it also has a single tip, and I have some glue dots in there. I'm probably going to run out while I'm diamond painting, but since I'm going to be doing this section here, I'm going to try to use the multi-placer as much as possible, and I may even switch to a larger multi-placer. I'm not certain yet. Yeah, I guess if you're new here, or if you don't know me, my name is Travis. I live in Southern Oregon. I was born and raised in Missouri, and then I moved to Washington State after my parents got divorced and my mother remarried, and went back to Missouri for a while, then was back to Washington, and now I'm here. So thank you for joining me. I hope you enjoy this. There's probably going to be some moments of time where I don't speak, or I'm bringing stuff up. I'm just not used to this. I'm very introverted. People would have described me as shy when I was younger, and I'm more of a listener. I just don't really talk that much, so forgive me if you get some silence here and there. But that's part of why I wanted to use the questions. I thought they might help me fill the time a little bit. My goal is to talk or do this for 30 minutes. I've already almost talked for 4 minutes, so that's pretty good. So yeah, let's get started. Alright, I have the microphone as close to me as it can get, so I hope you're able to hear me. I'm left-handed. Usually what I do is I'll start at the right and go left, but I think I might start on the left-hand side this time, just because it's closer to the camera. Let me cut this. Try not to reach across the camera, but as I said, I'm left-handed, so I have everything set up on the left. So what what may happen from time to time. Sorry. Oh, I was going to tell you, the Sensible by Design is an Etsy shop. And this is what the putty looks like. Oh, sorry, you're not on camera. This is what the putty looks like. It comes in these little jars. And that's the different colors you can see. And there's a big ol', big F on the back for Frankenstein scent. Yeah, I can't really place the scents. I kind of wonder if she just had some left over of a bunch of different types, and she just put them all together and called it a Frankenstein mix. That's kind of a cool idea. Whether or not that's true, I don't know. But either way, the scent is enjoyable, so that is the most important thing. What was I gonna do? Oh, I was peeling back the plastic. We've actually had some really nice weather the last few days. It's been in the low to mid 70s. Oops. Get up there. There we go. I guess I didn't cut that one deep enough. We'll go again. There we go. Set it there. Fold it a little bit. Then I'll get one of my cover minders from my little tin here. I just use this to store all my tips. I have some plastic ones. Lots of plastic ones. And then on the back of the lid I have some cover minders here. These are both from the Dancin' Daisy on Etsy. It's another shop I've purchased from. I think I'll use the white one since we're working on Christmas in July. I think the yellow would be more towards a spring or summer. I think I'm going to have to unclip this side. Get the magnet back there. It'll keep it from blowing with the fan. So the first question on my list is, do you have any hobbies? Honestly, I really don't. I used to write stories. I used to art journal. I did some watercolor. And of course now diamond painting. I suffer from anxiety and depression. And I've kind of found that I haven't really felt like being creative, really the last year it seems like, but it's probably been a little bit longer, off and on, so that's why I wanted to get into diamond painting. There's less self-judgment if I don't do a good job, or if I feel like I messed up. At least with diamond painting you can remove drills or try to realign them, whereas with art journaling or watercolor painting you might not be able to fix the items as easily, so hopefully this will help me with my anxiety and depression. If nothing else, it gives me something to do so I can stop all the racing thoughts and the panic attacks and all that junk. So I have everything labeled here in my containers for this kit. It is a 30 by 40 centimeter canvas, and there are 22 colors. The white is where all the snow is, and of course that's an eye, so eye, use this and dump them into my shrimp boat from Nix's Notions. Definitely check out her Etsy shop if you haven't already. Sorry, I'm trying a new angle, so we'll see how this works. And let me bring up my list of questions again. Do you collect anything is the next question. I don't really collect anything. There was a time when I collected pencils. That was mainly when I was younger, elementary to middle school. I would just collect pencils that had designs that I liked. And I want to say I had around 100, 150 of them. But I eventually ended up using them, gave some away to friends, and yeah, I think I just ended up using them for school and around the house, that kind of stuff. Alright, let me get all these in order here. Okay, there we go. Now what did I do with my pen? Here it is. Hiding it from myself. I like to go vertical. I feel like I can get a little more accuracy that way. Of course, they're not going to be perfect, and that's something I've kind of been coming to terms with, is that you can be perfect and it's still never going to look completely perfect. So I hope that makes sense. I know it sounds kind of woo-woo, or might even be confusing for some out there, but like even these here, they're kind of confusing. Okay, I don't know why I said that. That didn't make sense. They're not perfect. Like if you look at it, this one's a little over to the right, this one's over to the left, and I can sit here and spend 20 minutes getting everything lined up perfectly, or I can just accept that there's going to be imperfections and move on. So I think I'm going to do the latter and just keep going. There's always an option to go back in and kind of put them back in a more appropriate position as it's further completed, or even once it's all finished. So that's probably what I'll do. Once it's completed, I'll take a look at it and see if there are any huge errors that hit my eye that I need to fix, and then I'll take care of them then. Let's see, what is my most prized possession? That's a really tough one. I don't think I have a most prized possession right now. I mean, I'm sure I do, but I don't know what it would be. I've moved 4 times over the last 6 years, 7 years or so, and I've kind of purged each time I've moved. So I don't know what it would be. I have some artwork that a therapist gave me when I lived in Washington. Yeah, I think that would probably be it. She was really a great therapist. She actually did art therapy with me, and I would go into her office and we would paint, and that was really enjoyable. She ended up leaving the clinic where I was going, or attending, and I was really sad because I really enjoyed my time with her. Ooh, almost knocked that off the whole table. That would have been a hazardous mess. Not really hazardous, but it probably would have made me stop filming and I would have gone to bed. So thankfully that didn't happen. And I know to be more careful in the future. The painting. Yeah, so it's a really wonderful painting. I think she used water-soluble pastels to make it. I'll actually include a picture here if I remember, just so you all can see what I'm talking about. But I have it on my refrigerator on some magnetic clips, so I get to look at it every day, and that's kind of nice. Yeah. One of the things I like to do when there's a lot of color blocking is I'll kind of go the checkerboard route. And I don't know, I just feel like it gives me more satisfaction if I do every other line or do the checkerboard method, because then I can go back in and fill in those places, and it kind of gives me a sense of accomplishment as I go, rather than waiting for the accomplishment to be when it's completely done. I'm definitely someone that likes to work in sections. Normally I would have put washi tape all the way down, but I figured since this is one section, I might be able to get it done pretty quickly if I just hurry along and do it. I'm really excited about this event. I'm a person that loves cold weather. I don't like hot weather, so now that the nicer rainy weather is leaving us again, it's going to be back to summer temperatures, which around here is anywhere from 85, 86 to 99, sometimes even higher. Usually not too much higher, and even then it's only if there's like a heat wave that comes in. It's not standard for summer to have those high temperatures. But for me, someone that loves cold weather and someone that's overweight, I just don't like the hot temperatures at all. Alright, let me look at my list again here. What is on your bucket list? I've always wanted to travel and go to London. I have some health conditions that make travel difficult, so it seems kind of impossible, but I've always really wanted to go to London. I've thought about skydiving. I don't know. I think I'm too much of a to actually do it, but it does seem like it would be fun. And this is from someone who's never even been on a roller coaster before. So, yeah, pretty slim chances I'm going to be up in a plane jumping out of one anytime soon. But who knows, maybe I'll find my courage one day and go do it. Where I lived in Washington, there was a little business that had planes out of the local airport, and I kind of followed them on Instagram, but not really, just to kind of see what the experience was like. but I never really had any intention of doing it, so yeah, I would say going to London and possibly skydiving. Um, yeah. What is your favorite holiday? All right. My favorite holiday is Halloween. I honestly think it's because it's the cold weather, which I like, and there's candy, and everyone goes around and has fun. Um, yeah, I think it's just a fun holiday. I'm one of those people that likes to watch scary movies on Halloween, like horror movies. They're not really scary, but aside from a little jump scare every now and then, you pretty much know 99% of the people that you see in those movies won't make it to the end of the movie, so I don't really watch the graphic movies like Saw and stuff like that. I'm not really squeamish with blood or anything, but I just don't want to watch people pretend tortured and all of that junk. That doesn't appeal to me, but poltergeists and vampires and all that junk, that's pretty enjoyable usually. I did read all the Twilight books and I did see all the Twilight movies. I did enjoy them. I wouldn't say they're the best examples of movies or literature, but you know, not everything has to be worthy of an Oscar or an Emmy or a big award or getting your name in the paper. I mean, I think it made all of that franchise made the author pretty rich, so I think it did its purpose. And the fact that so many people liked it, I would think, would be a bonus. Man, I'm having my drills don't want to line up right. There we go. They're a little crooked, but that's okay. Get it to work right. So, yeah, my favorite holiday is Halloween. Probably followed closely by Thanksgiving, just because I like all the food and the family time together and stuff like that. What is your best childhood memory? Ooh, that one I'm going to have to think on for a minute. I would probably have to say the best memory is the year that I got a puppy for Christmas. Um, she was a mixed breed dog, so we didn't really know much about her parents, but she was given to us by a friend of a friend type thing, and my parents surprised me with her on Christmas morning. Her name was Molly, so that was really fun. She was a sweet dog. Sadly, I think we ended up having to get rid of her. Okay, I remember now. Molly was the one that would bite, and it was mostly playful biting, but my parents were worried she was actually going to hurt someone, either me or my friends. So they made the sad decision to rehome her, and we lost contact with her after that. But hopefully she went to someone that would take very good care of her and help her with her biting issues. It's a really difficult situation because I feel like once you adopt a pet, you kind of bring them into your family and they're yours for life. So the idea of getting rid of them just because they do something that you don't like is a really hard decision to make. I mean, obviously protecting your kids and protecting yourself is the most important thing. And if it's a dog that bites, that's not good. But I don't know if I'd be able to make the same decision. That's the thing about parenthood. You just kind of have to do your best some of the time. I talk as if I'm a parent. I'm not. I do have a younger brother and 2 younger sisters. My dad remarried and had more kids after my parents divorced. And my mother remarried, and I gained 2 stepbrothers and 2 stepsisters. So that was quite an adventure after being an only child. I kind of gained siblings overnight and then got some more when I was in my 20s. So yeah, that was an interesting change of events. Sorry I'm saying so much. Just trying to think. I'm clearly not used to doing stuff like this, so you'll have to forgive me. Really had issues. Alright. The next question is, what skill would you most like to learn? I have always wanted to learn how to play the piano, but I haven't done it yet. My mother purchased a keyboard for me, I want to say on my 15th birthday, might have been 16th birthday, and I still have it. And I still play it occasionally, but I mean, I don't know how to read music. I can identify C and some of the notes, and I can play a few scales that I learned while I was in high school, but that's about it. So yeah, I definitely would like to learn more about the piano. I think musical instruments in general are a great way to express your creativity, and just like art is, it's just another form of art. But I am not gifted in it. Or let's say, if I am gifted, I don't know because I haven't taken the time to learn. I also wanted to play the flute, or the clarinet, sorry. My stepsister played the flute, but I was never able to get her flute to make sounds. I don't know. I don't know if my mouth is just shaped weird or what it is, but it never seems to work out well for me. Let's see. Try to get a few more questions in. What is the most ridiculous nightmare you've ever had? Alright, this is actually a good one. I don't remember how old I was, but I was probably around 2 or 3 years old. And we were living in a duplex. And, of course, I was an only child, so I had my own room. And I remember that I went to look at the window, or look out the window. And when I opened up the curtain, there was a vampire there that kind of hissed at me. And I just remember running into the living room and telling my parents, and of course, they looked outside and didn't see anything. And that's all I remember, so I assume that I woke up pretty quickly after that. But for some reason, that's the only dream I remember. I'm one of those people that doesn't usually remember their dreams. So the fact that I remember that some 32 years later, or whatever it is, 35 years, something like that, it left an impact, that's for sure. My dad used to watch scary movies, and I think I used to watch them with him. And so that's probably what caused it. He was probably watching a show about vampires or a movie about vampires, and it just triggered it. Let's see, if you were a superhero, what would your power be? I would love to be able to teleport. I hate commute time, and this is from somebody that lives in a pretty small town, so there's not really a lot of traffic here or anything. There actually was more traffic where I lived in Missouri, because it was a town that had multiple colleges, so anyway, it would definitely be teleportation. I could theoretically travel anywhere in the world, and that would be awesome. I'd love to be able to pop over to Italy for some lunch and go to England to do some sightseeing. Maybe go to India for some authentic Indian food for dinner. That would be great. And of course, I have family in Utah and Iowa and Washington. That's all over the place, so it would be nice to be able to go and see them whenever I want. I think a lot of people would say they'd like to fly or have telekinesis, and those would be fun too. But teleportation for sure. That would definitely be my go-to. Wow, I really messed this one up. There we go. Alright, I'll end it with what songs are on the soundtrack of your life. I would say my favorite song is Stigmatized by The Calling. I was a 90s kid, so born in the mid-80s, grew up in the 90s. So my music tastes are pretty much country music in the late 80s and early to mid-90s, and then more pop music and soft rock in the late 90s, and by the early 2000s I was listening to pop music and alternative music, bands like Godsmack and Papa Roach, but then I was still listening to country music. So I do like a variety of music. I've never really been into rap music or hip-hop. I'm not a person that uses a lot of cuss words, and that's the one thing I don't like about those types of genres, is they have a lot of cuss words in them, but certainly not all of them. I don't know, I just never developed a liking for it. I found other stuff I preferred to listen to. Let's see, some other songs. I also like Adrian by The Calling. Adrian. I don't know, that sounded weird when I said it, but that is the name of the song. What else? I like Love Can Build a Bridge by the Judds, and The Heart Won't Lie by Reba McEntire and Vince Gill. Goodbye to You by Michelle Branch. Forever by Papa Roach. Yeah, I just like a variety of songs. Last I checked, I had a playlist that has quite a few, over 1,000 songs on YouTube. And that's some new songs and some old songs. I'll just put it on when I need to hear something new. Or really when I just need to hear music, because a lot of the songs on there are older songs. Right, I think that's going to do it for me tonight. I just completed this section here, so now I need to go back in and finish all the in-between spots, or lines I should say. Yeah, that was pretty good for my first WIP Chat, so I appreciate you taking the time to watch and or listen along, and I will see you soon. I hope to upload some more videos, if not this week, then next week. I have a couple more unboxings to do that I would like to get to, and I also have some goodies on the way, so I'd like to share those as well. Let's see, anything else I want to say? I don't think so. I'd appreciate it if you'd hit the like button, and if you would subscribe, and if you want to get notifications, definitely hit the notification bell to change those settings, and I will see you when I see you. Once again, this diamond painting is Christmas Snowman Gnome. It's a 30 by 40 centimeter diamond painting that I purchased off of Amazon, and it's for the Christmas in July event that I was told about from Diamond Grandma. Shout out to Diamond Grandma. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you so much.